Hey, Ants with the Answer Channel again. It's been a few days since my last post, and I wanted to do this post. It's a little something different than what I think I had planned, and I don't think it's going to be the normal theme of this, but I want to do, I guess, what I would call a rant post. And there's a couple of reasons why I'm doing this instead of what I had planned. For one, I've been struggling the last few days with getting started filming. It's harder than I thought it would be to film myself and just pick up the camera and film what I'm doing. And so I think I'm putting too much emphasis on planning and perfection and the things that aren't really going to happen the way you want them to happen most of the time in life anyway. So I decided for that reason, and because this thing just bothered me, that I'm going to go ahead and film this rant video while I'm cleaning up to film the video that I intended to film, which is going to be a delicious mac and cheese. So today I go to the store to get the things I need for my mac and cheese video, and I run into a problem that seems to happen all the time at the grocery store: overcharging. So as you all know anymore, in order to buy anything at a reasonable price at the grocery store, you pretty much need to be on their apps. If you're not, as much as I hate to say it, you should be, because you're not going to get the best price on what you're buying otherwise. Now, that being said, in order to have us all do that, it should be relatively easy. And unfortunately, they make it pretty easy to overcharge you. And so that's what they were doing today. I bought the very first item of the 4 or 5 items I had. I scanned it after I put my number in, all the things I would normally do, and it came up, almost double what it said it was going to be. Right away, I thought, okay, here we go. I was at the self-checkout, so I asked the nice lady to come over and help me fix it. Her default setting right away was, "Did you put your number in?" "Yes, ma'am, I put my number in. It's not my first trip." "Okay, well then just go ahead and finish what you're doing, and when you hit pay, it'll take it off then." I said, "No, ma'am, I already tried that. It didn't come off. That's why I'm talking to you." So finally the lady comes over. She takes my phone. She can see that I've clipped it. She hem-haws around, and she looks at the container, and she looks at my phone, and she says, "Well, that's weird. It should work." And at this point, I'm thinking, great. So you're going to fix it. I'm going to move along. No harm, no foul. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. She continues to delete it, rescan it, re-click it on my phone, and it still comes up the same. So then she goes and gets a newspaper version of the coupon. Goes through the whole process again. Still the same problem. At this point, I'm waiting for her to acknowledge the fact that it's the store overcharging problem and not the customer not doing it right problem, which is their default setting every time. She's not getting it. So what she finally does is she says to me, "Well, what I would say from now on, instead of just putting your phone number in, which is the way I've been doing this since the app started, I would go into your app, open up your rewards card scanner, and scan that on the screen instead and see if that works." Now, mind you, she hasn't done this to show me that it's going to be any different, which I know it's not. And also, it finally gets to me enough to point out, you seem like a nice lady, but the problem is with the app, and the app is not working, and it almost never works as intended unless it's overcharging me. So it seems a little insulting that you want to keep trying to make it the customer's fault instead of just fixing it and pushing me through. "Oh, I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just saying I think maybe we should try it the other way next time." And I said, "Yeah, you're missing the point. The point is they're overcharging people as a default. And then instead of just coming over and seeing that I had clicked it and I had put my phone number in, all the things I was supposed to do, and fixing it and get me out of here, you tried a half a dozen different ways to add something to my list of things I need to do to get the price I'm supposed to get on my groceries." Now, mind you, we're talking about food here. It shouldn't be that difficult, and it shouldn't be the default setting for Safeway, Albertsons, Kroger's, Walmart to overcharge for hundreds of things a day and just hope that they get away with it. So if you're out there and you're watching my videos, this is my first rant video, I guess you would call it. And I just wanted to tell people, if you're running into the same thing that I am and you see this, don't let it go. And don't assume just because they put the nicest, sweetest little lady that lives right down the street from you in that position to explain it to you that they don't know what's going on. They absolutely do know what's going on. And it is their fault. And it is the fact that they make it harder and harder to get the price that they're advertising on the food you need every day. That's it for now. When I come back, I'm going to have this area cleaned up and we're going to start working on mac and cheese. Have a good day. Answer out.